Welcome back to Agent Carter Season 2. We're back now for Episode 5, The Atomic Job. So, while Dr. Wilkes is, not entirely gone, he's technically back. As you know, he's kind of not all there, essentially. So, maybe we can help him while also figuring out just what the heck is going on with Madame Frost, who I'm sure isn't going to become a supervillain. All she does is just suck people up like
And the rats, don't forget
Sunday.
the rats.
Let's get back to business, shall we? Start at the Marvel television logo in 3, 2, 1, click. And once again, I guess we'll have to play that game of, is this going to be a more serious episode or a more campy episode?
To be fair, I argue we still haven't reached the peak silliness of episode 1 yet, but if I remember correctly, we're gonna have an encore soon enough. Don't remember exactly when.
Yeah, my memories of this season are much more foggy than that of season 1, but I do recall one of the bouts of discourse was, again, the seesawing tones overall.
And yeah, if you forgot from the previous episode, they tried to interrogate that guy. Ray Wise is involved with the Secret Council of everything, the leader of Roxxon, and there was the FBI asshole, which was tied to Chad Michael Murray's character.
So yeah, they had a bug on the guy, but remember, Madame Frost kind of, ate him in front of her husband.
Pretty normal, I guess.
Happens all the time.
Can their marriage survive this? I guess we'll just have to see. Peggy, you will be visited by free spirits.
I mean, specifically the portrait of Howard.
Wilkes! Wilkes, what have we told you about free AM thoughts? But yeah, it seems like he can manipulate the matter from...
Or it's more magnetically, similarly to a magnetic force attracted to him. Ow.
Well, crud. Jason!
Oh.
Well, that's not ominous at all, but she was actually able to touch him for a bit.
And he absorbed memories of that.
So, Beyond Two Souls stole this
I
idea.
love that. I love all the details that without having to tell immediately they had to wake Jarvis in the middle of the night.
Again, 3 a.m. thoughts.
Or you could turn into a giant monster.
Look, 50-50 in the Marvel Universe, but we might as well take that coin toss.
Don't worry, Waves. This is a small budgeted ABC series, so that's not gonna happen.
But ABC, that's still a major network in the US.
I don't know what to tell you.
Their budgets could vary. If I recall correctly, I think Agent Carter got one of their better budgets, I'd say.
And also the fact that this series tries to be more grounded, despite having the more sci-fi tones to it.
Ironically enough, CW probably would give you a better chance at it, even though CW kind of developed a bit of a reputation, let's just say.
Well, now the CW is basically now known to be as the NXT channel.
Oh boy.
Yeah, WWE.
Oh yeah, right, this relationship's a thing. He's totally not gonna break up with her and profess his true love to Peggy by the end of the season, I'm sure.
More importantly, who the fuck cares?
Okay, I'll just say this. Rarely ever am I a fan of the whole, the protagonist had a chance to profess their love to their significant other, but uh-oh, next season, that significant other found another potential lover. And now that potential lover is, well, a roadblock to that relationship.
Again,
Yes.
sorry to be rude on the matter, but this is the kind of soap opera cliche that usually gets parodied when a soap opera is introduced in universe to a place like in Sonic 3 with La Ultima Pasión. Yes, I do know that it does reflect wackiness of relationships in real life as well, but I don't know, like a lot of times this feels not necessarily predictable, but going through the motions instead of actually having a point.
I think the most annoying part is what you have to do with the new love interest. You either have to turn the new love interest evil, or congrats, you have to have the characters break up with a perfectly nice person for reasons. The Karen from The Office when Jim fell in love with her despite Pam realizing all too late, oh crap, maybe I have feelings for Jim.
Awkward.
Oh, he was gonna propose to her, but now he can't. Isn't that convenient?
Well, at least she said yes. Now
I'm
let's get to
sure
find the
that
ring. Oh, yeah, fair enough. In for a penny.
I'm sure they're in love and that won't come to blows if anything. Meanwhile, this guy is now realizing, oh crap, I'm sharing the bed with a literal man-eater.
Like, just terrified right now.
And there she is, conveniently hiding that crack in her face because we didn't have the budget to draw it on.
I think it was on
I think
the
she
other
filled
side.
it in with plaster.
Oh,
Honey, what have we said about 3 a.m. thoughts?
no one
Yeah,
is.
you ignore those. They're not good for you. Wow, this is the noisiest stealth mission.
Sorry, Snake would be very
Well-
ashamed of you. Not even a single cardboard box.
I don't quite know if it's as noisy as with Cat-like Tread from Pirates of Penzance, but maybe.
Okay, she rolled like a 3, not a 1.
Boy, look at you two, together in a tight space,
Tight.
crawling
These
amongst each
ventilation
other.
shafts are big enough for 2 people to stand in.
Get the fan fiction out of here.
Like, the Mission Impossible 1 ventilation shaft was already questionable in how big it was for one person, but this is ridiculous.
I think they might have the excuse that vents were actually that big back in the day due to lack of efficiency in the system.
I mean, even with that, like, vents are gross.
Oh,
Yes, yes they are. But just like Wilkes, Frost can also sense where the victims are too.
and as mentioned, she needs to absorb them. You can also imagine this will inevitably lead to a conflict of interest between her and Jason.
Honey, I'm not insane, but the corpse called to me.
Oh, there go the veins.
And then the people comment, "Hey, where did her black lines go?"
Evaporated.
I
Trying
told
to
you guys to
say.
stop drawing on the corpses with the Sharpie.
I love that. Okay, honey, now I need an atomic bomb.
Remember, she absorbed the memories of the victim as well. So
Don't touch corpses, kids. It'll lead you to wanting to make bombs.
clearly,
Specifically nuclear bombs. But it's okay. I'm not a supervillain. I'm just a little quirky this way.
You know, I really had to wonder what was the thought process. Oh, Madame Mask in the comics, she's basically a mafia boss with no particular powers, and she's just good with a gun and gives order to the Maja, literal just mafia goons. Let's turn her into this dark matter absorbing monster who wants to nuclearize the West Coast.
I find it a missed opportunity that they don't even give her her iconic mask for at least an episode or two,
Remember,
to hide
Jova,
the
this is
cracks
early
through a bit.
MCU. We really hate the original costumes unless, they can be enough iconic like the Iron Man armor.
I'll be honest, it's kind of persisted even to this day, thankfully not as commonly, but it feels like the MCU just has this quirk where every now and then it needs to completely change up a character. And okay, to be fair, yes, I understand the MCU is an adaptation. It is technically one of the many, many, many canon worlds, essentially. So technically, somewhere out there is the proper World 616 version. The thing is, though, the MCU was meant to be like the adaptation. Like, for all intents and purposes, these are the adaptations that these characters were going to have until God, who knows whenever the MCU might reboot. So I get people being upset when they don't get certain characters right.
There's also the fact,
Mandarin, anyone?
Jova, that is explored around these times. Hollywood is definitely afraid of actually having someone keeping a mask or a helmet on their head for an extensive period of time. It was considered
Yeah.
revolutionary the fact that Carl Urban wanted to keep the Judge Dredd helmet for the entire duration of the movie on his head, just because he was dedicated to the source material.
I love the I love when people say, "Oh, famous scientist was in." People thought this famous scientist was insane too. Like it totally justifies what I'm doing.
Clearly.
Look, baby, all I do is eat people, okay? Nobody's perfect.
It's literally a gag from Looney Tunes where Bugs Bunny says that they laughed at the guy who discovered penicillin.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, Drova, if around this time Thor was not allowed to have his helmet on, there were no chance in hell to have Madame Mask get hers. It makes me wonder.
Yeah.
Again, we're recording this before the Secret Wars duology. I genuinely do wonder what are they gonna do to Doctor Doom, because having a mask is integral part of a character.
And given who they cast him as, no, they're definitely going to show his face off.
Then again, they couldn't really as well for the first two Fox Fantastic Four movies, so...
I wonder if they're going to do the same thing they did with Baron Zemo and Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Like, maybe for a few minutes he gets the mask proper.
Or it's like Thanos, he has it, it starts and then removes it.
I mean, I guess at least Thanos got his armor back for the majority of Endgame.
Well, technically, yeah, but again, we're far ahead from that.
Right. I think the weirdest thing, though, is, and I know that it's technically not an MCU movie, but I think it's a great example of the issue. In stuff like Amazing Spider-Man 2, they will just occasionally do something that feels like the exact opposite of the character that they're adapting.
And so the Neuralizer was born.
Remember,
Beautiful.
Jova, what the fuck? Remember, Jova, the reason why Electro is blue in Amazing Spider-Man 2 is because it's based around the ultimate counterpart of a character, which was like that.
Oh, I was actually thinking more about Dr. Kafka, but yeah, no, I know.
I keep forgetting that Dr. Kafka is in that movie.
Probably because that Kafka is a man, and evil, and German.
God, I would like to study you and to find out why my accent is so cartoony.
Like, that was the weird thing. That movie was trying to be more serious. Oh, Miss Bryce Dallas Howard, what are you doing here? it me, or does your American accent sound a little fake, honey?
No.
Maybe
Alright, I'm
she's from
convinced.
Minnesota. Wait a minute. Well cried.
Boop. Casually brainwashing Ray Wise.
It's all for the sake of ethics and doing what's right.
I'm sure Professor X tells himself the same at night.
Don't you know, Tio? It's all for the greater good of humanity
The
and
greater good.
humankind.
Wait a minute. She literally gaslit him repeatedly. Poor guy. Yeah, he's an asshole, but I don't know. I think there's got to be a better way.
The key to success is in you.
How is he not dead with all the stuff constantly happening to his brain?
Don't worry, it's harmless.
Jesus.
I'm
the same way
hoping it's harmless.
The same way with why in fictional media. Okay, the same way with why in fictional media just a bump on the head makes you unconscious for a couple of minutes instead of, causing you permanent brain damage.
This guy's gonna have trouble remembering how to go to the bathroom by the time she's done with him. Oh god. This will be just the perfect time for someone to walk in.
Ta-da! Come on!
Why?
Possibly to make him forget the fact that happened because she held a bit longer.
Oh god.
Wah,
Get it? He thinks he had sex.
You see, Gotti, this is how you actually portray the Italian mob boss. They're supposed to actually eat at a place.
Okay, I swear to God, you,
Eventually,
Dwibs,
Jova,
and
don't
Pedro
worry.
have all referenced it so much I'm
We'll
so
get
curious.
I
Right.
swear. It's literally funny how? Funny like I'm a clown? Am I here to amuse you? Routine.
I mean, funny. Funny how? Funny in what way?
I guess.
I don't know, I hear China Cat's much better.
That's not the same thing, darling.
Yeah, I know. So why are you telling me? Hey, they keep doing it. I'll keep pointing it out.
Fair enough.
For legitimate purposes.
Okay. You don't disrespect the woman, our woman. Yeah, I know, right?
Respect her rights!
Also, this green screen, Jesus. ABC budget my ass.
Do you wonder why they need the green screen? Like, they've had proper places, or is it all because
Well,
of the
either
glare?
it's green screen or they lit it
they
oddly.
just, but the thing is, it happened only for the closeout, so maybe it's because of that.
Yeah, Dibs might be right. It probably would be the lighting, because it would be weird for them to green screen, well, a restaurant of all
Like, my
things.
closest guess is that, the shot did not turn out well, so they had to reshoot that scene specifically, just the close-up.
Also, that bit there just said, I mean, mate, you could have just sacked him. Beating him to death was a bit harsh.
It's about showing and sending a message to showcase how respect is handled, clearly.
It also
but you
sets
don't.
an example.
But unless he was actively doing it physically, you don't punch him to death. That's a bit harsh.
Well, okay, to be fair, he's not dead. He might wish he is, but he doesn't appear to be dead.
Nice salami that you got there.
Of course it could decimate an entire city.
And you wasted a perfectly good salami.
Someone's probably made an alternate ending of this scene online.
Where he drops it in the city, it blows up.
Yeah, and then it cuts to footage of Terminator 2.
It's kind of like you said with that bit in the Two Towers where Grimmel Warthog is pondering about the bomb that Saruman is having. He gets close with a candle. Yeah, she can handle herself, don't worry.
Hello.
Yeah, see?
Well, I'm pretty sure that answers that question for you.
I'm actually curious, Dave, since you seem to know a lot about British-made TV series, soap operas, and the stuff. Do you have an equivalent of something like, say, Boardwalk Empire or The Sopranos, as in about the British mafia?
Not exactly.
Oh, Gangs of London, I forgot about that.
Does Peaky Blinders count?
Oh yeah, I think that could. Although, is it enough to be considered soap opera-ish, I wonder?
Well, just a TV series.
Maybe not soap opera-ish, but like that's the closest.
I mean, we did have a police. We had a police soap opera called The Bill.
Again, I was talking more about specifically the mafia, British mafia, whatever is the equivalent you have there.
The Bill might have dealt with crime groups at some point. I mean, it ran for 26 years.
Damn.
Maybe Peaky Blinders could count. Does it deal with British mafia, SCWRM?
Like, the group itself kind of runs like that?
Sure, I'll allow it.
All right.
Plus, I mean, there was a group of bank robbers in a Brookside storyline the year before it was axed.
Awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah.
I like that he made sure to point at like the side as opposed to the center, like, because obviously as a scientist he knows where the heart is properly. All right, we've got our Fortnite squad assembled. That sounds like a sitcom.
Even sounds well, yeah. Everybody hates Anne Boleyn, and it does a sitcom theme tune.
Well, not the first time a Bing Crosby song was used for a Disney product.
Welcome to our brand new sitcom, The Special Agent, starring Haley Atwell as Peggy Carter. And look at these other guys whose names are forgotten.
I'm sure Jarvis will have a point
Oh.
somewhere.
He helped Peggy get into that vent. Wah, wah.
Well, Jova, here's the you asked the question earlier. Is this going to be one of the more serious or more goofy episodes? Here's your answer: both.
No, the true scientific answer is yes. Remember that.
You know, I don't even mind when they try and mess the two. I think it's just a matter of doing it right.
Remember, this was the middle of the mid 2010s, so this was the moment where it was seen as the coolest thing to do, to interrupt with comedy almost every 5 minutes.
Straight and to the point.
Bye.
Be funny if they actually do legit fall in love in the end.
And they're dead, I guess.
I'm sure that they lived through that. Like, yes, I know, not everyone who gets shocked is dead, but
That kind of
that
voltage
looked pretty
looked
deadly.
lethal, yes.
Jova, I've played Hitman. Whenever you electrocute somebody in that, they die. So I reckon these guys are dead.
Oh, no, actually, don't worry. They will become an entire squad of Electro.
The good guys can't kill people intentionally.
Eh.
Yeah, that makes them bad guys or anti-heroes if you're feeling very generous.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
Peggy, Jarvis, and Sousa were stored in a van that was called Civil War, so...
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, she beat them to the punch.
Hey, gang, let's split up.
No, for now
Never
we're not
mind.
doing it. Yeah, each connected to a room.
Green means good for go.
Oh. 5 nights at Roxxon's.
Oh, but I love the I love this video game. Where you go around the different rooms trying to solve the puzzle.
Did she just say, "Where are my bombs"?
Yes.
Remember, she's trying to collect an atomic bomb, apparently.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
you
just a weird phrase to say.
Rare sentences, yeah.
What, you don't have a wife who demands to know where her atomic nuclear warheads are?
No.
Bummer.
We're more of a blood sacrifice kind of deal.
Fair enough.
Ah.
Oof.
Okay, more fashion, fair enough. That is literally what she said.
Let me check who she's played by.
She actually reminds me of Wonder Woman's assistant in the 2017 film. I wonder if she's the same actress.
Leslie Boone.
It's the Red Wire.
Of course it's the Red Wire. She has mostly done TV stuff, and she's still doing it to this day. Mostly.
Oh
Oh
God.
Jesus. Oh, that's where I see her. NCIS Los Angeles. Also, she was in a couple episodes of stuff like Hawaii Five-O, Medium. She was a main character in Ed. I don't remember that one. Yeah, movie-wise, she hasn't done particularly much.
We need to talk about your awful ties.
Again, I noticed that since the beginning. These ties are very bad. I keep getting reminded of Disco Elysium. Oh no, it's like the Star Wars Holiday Special. We need to go through every step to dismantle this. Okay, let's pull the cover up. Plutonium. See, the souffle. There you go, the souffle, the payoff.
So get it. The ironic thing is that originally Sousa was going to be the one to take it out, but it looks like it's got to be Jarvis, who did not have practice.
Yeah.
I'm sure these characters will be a thing after this episode.
She knows, like, don't jinx it.
I missed anything?
Very need to dismantle.
They're still
the
working
bomb.
with the bomb.
Yeah.
Bang!
What the fuck?
Ooh, witty retort.
This truly is like the Avengers 1988 movie. Oh, there we are.
Having a bit of a lover's spat. Which I gotta give that guy credit. It takes some real balls to argue with your wife when you know she can literally melt you down and eat you.
Surprise!
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You can fix her, Peggy. Sorry to say that.
Yeah, don't let her touch you.
There we go.
Hey, not
Jarvis-
exactly as we
Jarvis is
planned.
about to break at the molecular level.
Well, look at the bright side, Jarvis. You got to do something this episode after all.
Oh, how am I going to explain this to my wife?
Oh yeah, by the way,
ju-
you considering it's uranium that you handle close to you, you probably. I hope you are not planning to have kids.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, that's a problem.
Remember, Peggy was also close to the area, so she's partially also contaminated, which also is probably why Whitney Frost feels that kind of attraction towards touching her.
Which means if not now, she's definitely gonna want to drain her dry later.
Boo. Uh-oh.
Ow.
Oh.
Oh, look, it's like
Oh!
it's like that chapter from Full Metal Alchemist. I know what you're supposed to do. Just transmute the thing away. Yeah, don't
She'll be
Um,
fine.
And so a time paradox happened.
I love it. They did not show how they managed to actually remove
We
her.
they cut her
No,
out
because-
because budget or something.
I was about to say, did they like lift her
They
off
had
of-
to. That's the only way. The other thing would have been to cut the iron bar wire.
I was going to ask, did they cut it like from underneath her
That was
or
very
something? 'Cause-
that was very thick. It probably wouldn't have been something they could have done immediately.
Also, you shouldn't just take the stabby out.
No, that releases a lot of blood.
I guess
You leave
so,
it there.
Boil water, linen. She's not pregnant. She's dying.
Disinfectant lives.
Oh, yes. So about hope you didn't want kids.
Lives, I might suggest you that you need to, if you have already learned in the past, do a bit of a check back on first aid lessons. Needless to say, it may come in handy in the future.
That's the last thing she needs. Valid crash out.
Honey, this is starting to sound like a ridiculous comic book plot.
Overreacting.
Telling him he's
just-
overreacting is crazy.
Honey, look, I've just developed a condition that forces
Uh-oh.
me to absorb people, and I want to take over the world. And now look what you made me do. But don't worry, the fact that she doesn't eat you shows that she loves you still. I think I want a divorce.
If she'll let him.
Yeah, I think it goes without saying she's definitely wearing the pants in the relationship now.
To be fair, again, we've seen her backstory, and she's basically had desire to get into this position of power all her life.
Uh-oh, his fiance walks in on him talking to Peggy like that.
It's
I
not
wonder
what
if
it
that
looks
will
like.
cause... I wonder if that will cause any romantic conflict.
It's
Hate
just
this shit.
it's just like Dead Space 3 all over again.
God, forgot Dead Space 3
Don't
did
worry,
that.
Jota, we will get there, and it's terrible the way it's handled.
Because, yes, I come to Dead Space for romantic conflicts,
Clearly.
not horror. Oh, here we go. How did you get that from him being concerned for her?
I
Like,
read the script.
Like, with all due respect, lady, she was dying.
No,
I think
you know
he's...
what? Take her argument on a counterfoot, kind of way. Fine, you're thinking like that, then drop her first, because she's clearly not really thinking on the situation and not understanding the fact that he's telling her that it's not really what it looks like. So you know what? She clearly doesn't want to, come to head on the argument. And yeah, Chadwick is actually ratting out his wife.
I'm
Jonathan.
sure that won't have any consequences.
Well, again, we're at the halfway point of the season, so we're basically setting things up for the escalation.
Have you at least had chemical showers?
I wonder.
Yeah. What's more? Okay, honestly, I don't know what's more stressful: disarming the atomic bombs or having to explain to his wife that he disabled atomic bombs.
You know, it might be the latter.
I mean, she just
Yes.
got her she got her spleen perforated by a steel bar, so
Although from what she says, it was apparently even more painful when Frost was touching her.
Because I was there.
you wanna know how to keep a plot point in suspense.
Also, get it? The episode started with him looming over her bed, and it ends with him talking to her while she's in bed.
That's what is called bookends.
Somebody once told
No,
me.
this is not the time for the music like that, Waves.
Imagine going back in time just to make All-Star happen earlier in reality.
Yeah, it's a really Back to the Future situation. Listen, you may not like it, but your kids are gonna love it.
Speaking of Back to the Future, it appears that Dr. Wilkes is
Jason.
fading in and out.
Jason!
Jason.
So yeah, I mean, okay, it was, I think, a decent enough episode. I'll admit, it did seem to have a bit of humor that I didn't quite laugh at. And I think the part I'm annoyed at most is, of course, the love interest, or sorry, the fiance assuming the worst just because Sousa dares to be concerned over his companion and friend who was, not too long ago, dying.
Yeah, it really feels more contrived than anything, and therefore just a drama.
What did she want? For him to act cold and calculating while Peggy just barely survived?
Alright,
Oh well.
that's it.
Was fine.
That's it for the atomic job. Okay. Next episode is called instead the life of the party, so see you for that.
See ya.
See ya.
Then.